Okay, what are your name?
Hi, I'm Jodi Williams, and I'm with the People Agenda Criminal Justice Committee out of Atlanta, Georgia, headed up by Dr. Joseph Lowry.
Something took place in the courtroom that got your interest, and you want to share that with the American people?
Sure, I do. What has caught my attention is that some of the charges that they are charging Ms. Smart with have been taken off the books as long as 2 years ago, and they're charging her with crimes that are no longer on the books, that you can no longer charge someone with. So I really don't understand what this is all about. And then they've already dropped 7 of the charges because it has nothing to do with anything Ms. Smart did, which the agents who did the investigation found no crime that she committed. So another concern is, why are they wasting the taxpayers' money with this drawn out court case which has no merits? So that was my interest today.
Okay, can you possibly, if you want to, share with me what is your analysis of why there's no news media? We're in the 14th day of this trial, and not one news media outlet, whether it's radio, television, or newspaper. Why do you think they're not here?
Well, there must be some unwritten something that these people don't want this widespread, any of this to get out, because this is how they're handling when blacks win elections. They're doing whatever it takes to have them removed, and then the governor would sign off on something like this. It is a shame. He should have done his investigation before signing off on something like this, but to me it's all about having blacks removed from office.
Do you think that by the state of Georgia, the G.B.R., the district attorney David Miller, and assistant attorney Brad Shealy, and along with the Secretary of State's office, do you believe that this whole saga with the Quitman 10+2 and all these charges that we are finding out now is almost like zero? Do you think that that will stop people from voting, or do you think that would energize people to vote more? What do you think? What's your opinion on that?
Well, my opinion is, and going back to when they went into the people's homes, knocked on the door with their badges and their guns in their holsters, telling them that they wanted to ask them some questions. One thing they did not let the people know, that if they didn't answer the questions, no harm would come to them. No arrest, no trouble would come to them. They didn't make that known when they approached the people. And as a citizen, a black citizen of the state of Georgia, it bothers me if someone approached me with a gun and a badge requesting that I do something. You know, if I didn't know that I didn't have to comply, I would try to comply even if I didn't want to, because I wouldn't want to be in any trouble. So I know older blacks, and most of these people were older blacks. They're frightened by law officials with guns that frighten them. So of course they was intimidated and threatened by the officers who knocked on their doors with no warning.
How did you take the repeated questions by the defense to the Georgia Bureau of Investigation agents about their training? Most of them had never done an absentee ballot investigation. Why do you think the state would send amateurs down to investigate something as serious at this dispensation as voting fraud along the lines of voting rights for black African Americans?
Well, I don't understand why they would send unexperienced people when the Secretary of State has their own agents and investigators who could have readily did this. And I do know by experience that one of the GBI agents have in other cases threatened people, have even set them up, have even arrested people so that they could get information or intimidate them into giving false information. So I do know that firsthand, Miss Amy Braswell tactic. And one case in particular is the Reginald Rayshawn Shriver's case, a dog fighting case, which she picked up, who was considered a state witness in a drunken state, and intimidated him and badgered him into making false statements against another person who was in that trial.
Now, this is the Ghetto Free Press, and I wouldn't want you to make a statement that is not true. Now, what you just said, you know that's true?
I know that to be true. I was in on that particular case. Okay. I was acting as Mr. Shriver's advisor in this case.
Okay, thank you very much. Any other, you want to close us out with anything in particular?
I just want to tell the people, keep voting. Get out to vote. Make your voices heard so you'll have a stronger platform in any decision making in your county. So get out and vote.
All right, that's a good message. Once again, this is the Ghetto Free Press. George Boss to Rhymes, doing what I do because somebody got to do it. Get ready, get ready, get ready.